Good morning, everyone. It's another beautiful day here in Republic. This is Republic Jim. A little while back, I did a video about the effect, or about how we would tell if a Cascadia subduction zone quake struck when we're on the east side of the state. And in that video, I said that I would be doing a follow-up on talking about more of the effects of it on this side of the state. So let's talk about this. So first of all, I want to mention that I'm just going, for ease of talking, I'm just going to refer to it as if it will happen. I'm not going to bother saying, you know, hypothetically if this happens in our lifetime and that sort of thing. It makes it too awkward. So I'm just going to talk about it as if it's just going to happen. Doesn't mean I think it's imminent or anything, but saying if and when it does. And also, I should point out that this is primarily talking about the east side, the counties in Washington, but it could equally apply to Oregon, because this is an event that would happen all along the Northwest. So, first off, I wanted to address the topic of refugees, because that comes up frequently in this discussion, the thousands of people that would be coming over to the east side. Honestly, I don't see that as an immediate problem, because frankly, with the event of that size, virtually all of the roads and bridges and everything would be impassable. So it's highly unlikely that many people would be able to actually make it over the Cascades. They'd be really fortunate just to get out of the cities along the coast. If they're able to make it over the Cascades, they'd probably be on foot. And, you know, there's some big counties just on the east side of the Cascades where if people made it to that point, they'd be unlikely to come further. I don't see that we would have a big influx of refugees immediately coming to Ferry County and the surrounding ones, and this, of course, the same with Oregon. It would be an issue long term as FEMA came in and the National Guard and they started transporting people, relocating. But at that point, that's something that the sheriff and the commissioners would need to have a plan for. It would not be an immediate problem, though. So, as far as things that would affect us right away, first off, the rescue effort it'd be unprecedented in the U.S. We've never seen anything like that type of scale. The death and destruction would just be horrible, and the National Guard and other units would be the primary responders, but I would imagine that they would be calling on a lot of EMTs, firefighters, and CERT or SAR volunteers to come and assist in it. They'd have a huge incident management team, or multiple ones across the region, and they would need as many people from this side as they could to help out with that rescue effort. So anybody in those jobs who has those skills, if they have the ability, they would be able to take off or something like that. They should just be prepared mentally for the thought that it could be called upon to go and help out. And, you know, at that point, it's all hands on deck. We need to be doing whatever we can to pitch in and help out over there on the other side. Secondly, there's a huge issue with our supply chain. It doesn't really get talked about a lot from what I've heard, but you know, the ports along the coast there bring in a lot of goods from other countries, and then that stuff gets distributed around. A lot of it's done by trucking and train and such, but if it's all coming through those ports on the west coast, you know, what happens when those ports are closed for a while or just don't even exist anymore. That's going to have a huge impact on how we get supplies here. You know, granted, after a little while they'll be able to reroute things, bring it in through Southern California or whatever, and transport it on different routes, but there isn't really a big plan in place to coordinate that. It'll take some time to sort it out. So in the meantime, we can figure there's going to be some real shortages on this side of the state. We're going to have to be just coming up with alternate plans to get supplies, and you know, that's going to be a real issue for a while. And then the other big thing that I wanted to just touch on a little bit is the long-term economic effects because of those ports being damaged, because of all the other industry that's on the west side of the state, and just so much of the northwest economy going through those cities. It will bring a lot of it virtually to a standstill, and that will have ripple effects all across the state, and again in Oregon, the whole region. It'll have just a profound effect on the economy, and probably other states, places that are used to getting stuff through through Washington and Oregon, are going to just start using alternate suppliers. And hey, I'm back. Sorry about that abrupt transition there. I thought I had my battery charged up enough, but that morning was in the low 20s, and apparently the cold killed my battery, so it cut out on me. And then unfortunately I had some other things come up where I wasn't able to get the video finished right away. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of wrap it up, and just a quick summary. We're looking at the possibility of, for a Cascadia subduction zone quake, having the immediate rescue efforts, the supply chain problems, and the long-term economic recovery. No matter how you look at it, it would definitely be a major nightmare. And then of course down the road we would also have to take into account the influx of refugees, depending on how FEMA decided to handle it. Anyway, that's my take on what the effects would be for the east side. At least some of them. I'm sure there'd be a lot of other factors, but those would be some big ones we need to consider. So, hope that's helpful, and I'll catch you on the next video.